Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
Now let's take a few moments to examine the various shape tools that we have at our disposal. First up is the rectangle tool. We'll go ahead and select that from our list. And you use this to create rectangles by simply clicking and dragging from one corner diagonally across to the other corner over the area in the image where you want the rectangle to be placed. Click and drag, and it's really that easy. We'll undo. Now, you can also hold down the Shift key after you begin to click and drag to draw a perfect square instead of a rectangle. So, click, Shift, and drag will draw a perfect square instead. Now, be careful not to press this key before dragging your mouse and after drawing your first shape. Pressing Shift is also the keyboard shortcut for Add to Selection, and it will act as such if you depress it before drawing a new shape when there is a shape layer selected. Now this is the same way that we draw rounded rectangles. Take a look at that tool. The only difference is that you can also go up here and affect the radius, which affects the rounding of the corners of that particular shape. Next up is the Ellipse Tool. And when you select the Ellipse Tool, you will draw an oval-shaped area from corner to corner over the area that the ellipse will cover. Same concept, click, drag, and release. That easy. If you want to draw a perfect circle, hold down the Shift key after you begin to click and drag the mouse. Click, Shift, drag, you'll draw a perfect circle. Now you can also draw from the center of where you want the circle to be placed diagonally outward while holding down the Alt key to draw an ellipse if desired. So click, Alt, and drag, and you'll see that it draws out from the center. Now be careful when you press this, and don't press it before dragging your mouse after drawing your first shape. Pressing Alt is also the keyboard shortcut for Subtract from Selection, and it will act as such if you depress it before drawing a new shape when there is a shape layer selected. We'll undo. Now let's take a look at the Polygon Tool. Right-click and select that. Now this is a lot like drawing the ellipse while holding down the Alt key. You click and drag from the center of where you want the polygon to be placed. Click and drag. Now note up in the options bar you have the choice to specify how many sides you want the polygon to have up in the sides text box. And we'll undo that. Now you can also select the line tool right here to draw a line of the width that you type in the pixels width box right here. You select a weight for that line right there. Right now it's set at 0.1 inches. We'll click and drag and we'll see what that looks like. So you can set any value for that weight or width of that line in that box. We also have the Custom Shape tool, which is a bit different from using the other drawing tools. Let's take a look at that and give it a click. First, you need to select which shape you want to draw after selecting that Custom Shape tool by selecting a shape from the Shape drop-down that appears up here. Now you can choose various options. We have banners and awards. We have all sorts of different shapes that we can draw. Nature and faces are kind of fun, so we'll choose one of those and close out the box by clicking on the X. Then you just click and drag in the image file to create the selected shape. Now remember that holding down the Shift key after you begin to click and drag to create the object will constrain its proportions if you wish. So you can just click and drag to draw your selected shape.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.